Okay, and finishing this up, I just wanted to show there's 3 prongs on the bottom of this panel that goes into this slot here. The screw, one of the screws was there, the other 2 on the bottom of the panel. And this pops in place with 3 little clips like I showed you on the other panel. There's 1 here, and there's 2 here. And you just pop it down here, pop it down there, and it snaps in place. These have clips on the back. You just need a regular screwdriver to pry just very, very little on this one here. The other two have the tabs on them on the sides where you just literally push it in with your finger and it snaps right out. You got to pull a little bit, but it snaps right out. This mirror had one issue. The tip on it was a little bit different than what the original one was. And so I had, the original one was like this. And what came with it was one with 6 prongs on it. And I ended up taking that out and took the 6 little, there were 5 wires that came out of here, out of the 6 holes. There were 2 blacks that are not even used. It's a white, a green, and a purple. So that I actually put in, instead of hooking this up to it and just cutting off the wires, what I ended up doing was the long plugs that go into electrical into this piece here. On the new one they were round, and they fit over the sleeve that's straight as a peg that comes out from the old ones. So I slid them over the end of the pegs, which was about 3/8 of an inch, and then I basically, they were very firm. I wrapped them first with some duct tape, slid them all 3 in so they wouldn't have any contact between them at all, and then the 2 black ones I wrapped together with tape because they're just going to this, they're not going to any other source back to the car. And then I took all of them and duct taped all the way around that piece to make sure that the end of this one that goes into it was all tight. And then I snapped it back into place with the 2 tabs that fit onto the panel. The bottom one is a threaded screw that has little cleats on it, and I push that in. The top one is just a peg as a guide to go in, and you just snap it in there and it goes in place. Put the panel back in place, put this back on. It slid in really easy. The biggest trick is getting this hole lined up with the top of that black peg. That's about it. Other than that, the whole thing slid right onto it. I pulled these up through and snapped this in place. Now I'm ready to put this cover on and then put this piece back on here, and it is done.